Good afternoon. I am going to be the doctor performing the first head transplant on the patient, and we are here with Victor Frankenstein joining us for further investigation before the head transplant is performed. The transplant is going to be performed in a male patient that has a disorder, a sickness that breaks down its muscles and reduces his ability to move only up to his fingers, and he doesn't really get further on. That's the way he actually transports and uses the chair to move. The transplant has been debated a lot between the medical community, but finally we're reaching a point where many doctors are interested in collaborating with the procedure. First, we want to know if the patient's got any questions.
Am I gonna be safe during this process, or is there any risk of me actually dying?
From a medical point of view, every single surgery has a percentage of risk. Obviously, this being an experimental surgery, it has a very high risk factor, but the surgeons that are going to be performing your procedure are we've got a high capacity to maintain you safe in any case that anything happens, and we are going to do everything we can so the procedure is correctly developed. Any further questions? Okay, so we want to ask now the opinion from a person that has already developed a method like this. And this is Victor Frankenstein. We want to know what were his steps and why did he decide to do anything like this.
Well, based on what on my experience, you are going to be dead for some minutes, so the doctor has a specific time to perform the operation, and based on what I have done, I collected the dead parts of different bodies and I put them together and bring it back to life with some lightning, which is not going to be used in this case, but now with the technology of nowadays, you should be probably safe.
Okay, I have some concern that would be if when my head is moved into another body, making myself be able to move. I know again, would the disorder or disease I already have cause any damage in the next body, or would have a risk of me kind of joining or connecting to the other body and making me ill again?
You're asking if the illness you've got can be transferred onto the donor body. The donor body has been determined a viable candidate for you. There's always a chance of rejection, and there's always a chance that the donor body will contain further genetic disorders, but as far as the medical studies have gone, we have determined that the donor is a match for you, and we are hoping that that won't be the case.
Okay, and I also have a question for Victor. While you were performing the procedure, how certain were you that it was gonna work, or what were the chances or odds of it actually failing?
Well, really, I didn't have so many expectations of this project, but my ambition and my pride make me repeat it and repeat it until it worked. So I think that you should be... Se me olvidó todo. Corta esta parte.
Okay, so that, I guess that would be it. And I also have a question for the surgeon here. What would be the process? Well, actually, that's a question for both. What would be the process of connecting or joining me and my brain activity to both spinal cord of the other body?
You mean connect the nerves?
It's a very difficult procedure. We have to first, something that is very important is connect the air, we need to connect your esophagus and your trachea to the other body's tubes that will lead down for the air to pass. to your brain, so neurons won't die and you won't lose brain activity. Then the nerves need to be connected so you don't have paralysis from the neck down or just in certain parts of your body, like in the other body. There's always too the fact that we have to make very stable stitches so the implant will stay in place. And after the procedure is completed, the only thing that should be done by you is taking care and reduce your mobility to almost like the less you can, so the implant won't be moved out of place and the surgery will have to be performed later or have any other risks of infections or rejection.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. And with all this information acquired during this interview, I guess I am ready for the procedure and it's the best odds of me surviving. So thank you both for your time.
We're hoping to be a new advancement for the medical community, and thank you for your cooperation with the project.
Good luck.